Welcome back. We are glad you're still there. Now we are shifting gears to American football, also known as the National Football League, or simply NFL, is no doubt one of the most popular sports. However, it's yet to attract a huge number of fans compared to other professional sports across the world. However, beyond its popularity is a sport that is out of reach for many, more so in Kenya, where it is gaining currency. But the cost implication is keeping away many. And as Wycliffe Orandi now reports in the second installment of our special feature series, Know Your Sport, the game, like many contact sports, has its risks, such as incurring career.
Sport is slowly gaining traction. But why do so many people shy away from the game? One of the factors is the cost element. For instance, the full gear is not available locally and has to be imported, making its acquisition cost an arm and a leg.
These are one of the ones that was donated to us some time back, you know.
Kenya Federation of American Football Managing Director Chizi Ambala breaks down the kit cost structure.
The kit itself would cost from 6,000 to 11,000. The shoulder pads would cost 75,000 shillings. The helmet would cost 75,000 shillings. And then the cleats would cost about roughly 23,000 to 25,000. So all in all, you'd be paying upwards of 185,000 for a full, complete new uniform. And that's excluding the mouth guard and the knee pads.
One of the most serious conditions associated with the game is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. Sports medic Faith Anyango tells us that CTE is a serious consequence of repeated traumatic brain injuries.
This is a condition that occurs as a result of many blows to the head, repeated blows to the head, in cases where, for example, one is in a contact sport, football.
But what happens if a player starts showing these signs?
The first thing is just getting the person off the risk, the exposure. If it's a contact sport, they're stopped immediately from getting to the ground, And later, you find that now, after they've been stopped from action, they go for, the symptoms come in and we now treat the symptoms, the specific symptoms. It's unfortunate that it's something that we can't go direct to it. We just have to now treat the symptoms.
50% of injuries occur in the lower extremities, with knee injuries alone accounting for roughly 36% of all injuries, and 30% occur in the upper extremities. The other most common types of injuries are strains, sprains, bruises, fractures, dislocations, and concussions. Some of the forbidden or illegal tackles in the game that might cause most of these injuries include horse collar, face mask, leading with head, headbutt, and illegal blindside block. What needs to be done to enhance player health and safety in the game?
We require the players to ensure that they're well kitted out during the games, wear the helmets, wear the shoulder pads, and if we have any other tapings which they can do on their bodies to minimize injuries, we require them to do that. As they're playing, we also ensure that they have medical support. And then we're also working with international coaches, international teams to ensure that our protocols are in line with those of international standards, and ensure that we develop our policies in such a way that it's the best for the players.
Wycliffe Orandi for Sporty Monday.
Thanks, Orandi, with the second part of that feature, Know Your Sport. Do you think American football will gain currency and become popular in Kenya, bearing the cost implication and all that?
One day at a time, anything is possible, but, a very big but, is that we are talking about the welfare of players, even in the games we have done for over 100 years now. And it has never been assured. Just to give an example, there's one of a parent to a Kenyan footballer who was supposed to come and play for Harambee Stars, But the club he was playing for, and even the demand of the parent was, as you come, first of all, we'll be shown the insurance as you come, that whatever happens to you when you are in training with the national team, that you are covered. It was not there. Now look at the kind of injuries we're talking about, the risk that Orandi was talking about there. So if we are going to have such a sport active in this country, then the first thing that comes in mind is how do we take care of the players who are playing? Because again, the ball game in America and our case in Kenya then is very different. So it's a game that we would call for a lot of investment, and really, again, the question of how we put laws governing some of these federations. And that's why I was saying that even the Sports Act that talks about, general regulations for all the federations. Some federations and some sports will be very unique, and such would require really different features of the law to govern it.
Good. Orandi will stay on that bit, and of course, many others know your sport. And right now, it's time to go to Germany, our partner station, that's partner TV station.